Hello guys, it's Lee. I'm going to show you how to fix that tire right there. It's dry rot. I'm going to put some soap on it. I'm going to show it to you. And I'm going to show you how I fix it. All right guys, it's Lee. So what I'm going to show you is a quick tip on sealing up tires. So this is just your typical mower tire. And this is what I'm dealing with. Every one of you has seen this if you've had a mower for a few years. That soapy water I'm putting on there. And it's just, you see it's bubbling up right there. All right, so just to put in orientation, right there's the valve stem. It's just right off to the side. See it? Now there's other ones popping up too. So there's cracks. So all these little, this is just an old tire. Look at there's one over here. So it's really everywhere. But this is the main one we're going to focus on. And it's basically the same crack all the way around. But watch that. So what I'm going to do is it doesn't matter which kind you use, obviously. This is automatic transmission fluid. I got that at the dollar store. And I put it in this container. And this is your old slime container. But what you really need is that hose right there. So now I just got a little tool here to remove the valve stem. A lot of times I let the air out first, but it don't really matter. It's not going to hurt you. This thing might go flying across the room if you got too much air in it and don't watch it. Air's coming out. I'm going to try to catch it before it flies, but I got extra if I lose it. There it is. Get all that air out. All right, I feel confident that the air's out at the moment. I'm going to put this on here. Now remember, this is automatic transmission fluid. I just put it in a slime bottle because it has the hose. And I'm going to put, for like this size bottle, I'll use, 25% of the bottle. Maybe a little bit more. I'm just squeezing it in there. All right, making a mess. All right, now just put this back in. I already checked that wasn't leaking, so I'm going to reuse it. Yep, go in the right way. Take your tool. Now I'm going to air this back up. Let's see, it's going to get loud for a minute. Hey, if you like these kind of videos, subscribe to my channel. This is the secret to sealing all these up. See, it's bubbling here. I refilled it with air. Now that automatic transmission fluid's in there, we're just going to turn it over. Now there's probably cracks on this end too, but we're going to fix it all at the same time. Now if the hole was in the tread down here, you wouldn't have to do this. But we got to get that automatic transmission fluid on the cracks. Now I'm not sure how it works, but it softens that rubber up and expands it somehow, but it really works. Now, I don't know that this backside actually has any, which is good because the tire overall is not that bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera off and I'm going to give it about an hour or two. I'll come back, we'll flip it over and see what's going on. All right, so it's probably 2 hours later. So there is a clear indication of what I got. So, it's overall, it's not terrible tire. But that's pretty bad. I mean, I'm not saying this is a permanent fix. what I'm saying is this is a quick fix. It might buy you an extra year of tires. Now look, you know, this has got, it's full of air, still full of air. Let me give it a second and I'll come back. I'm waiting on suds to come up. Dosing it down good. Now remember, right in here was the, you know, main part we were looking at. And of course, you know, I had it flipped over. I just turned it back over. So for 2 hours, it sat upside down. And all that automatic transmission fluid, I mean, it's lucky that it all sat right in here evenly. And it sealed it up. It's not doing it. I mean, tires got good air. I needed to flip it anyway to make sure it got on the other side just because I can. I'm not ready to put the tire on the mower right yet, but I will here in probably another hour. So that's your answer right here. It's fixed it. I mean, this is where it should be right here. And it's not doing it. It sealed it up and it will last. Now, after I flip it over, put it on the mower, I've done this many times, and this will probably last a year or so. I got some that's lasted for a long, long time, and it doesn't have to stay there. So I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to come back in an hour-ish, and we'll see if there's any bubbling coming up, and that'll tell us. Because you remember, all the transmission fluid's going to the bottom now. So this doesn't have it on there, but I think it's already sealed it up, and we'll do that for a while. Plus, when I put it on the mower and get to running it, it's going to be sloshing it around all the time anyway and keep it fresh. All right, I'm out for about an hour. All right, it's a few hours later. Now, this has been sitting up for, you know, a few hours. So that means that automatic transmission fluid's on the other end. And that's where we're really concerned about. And this was the main thing we were watching. I'm just rubbing that over all the cracks. Let's give it a minute. So I think it's done. I mean, you know, before, because, you know, from that stem, it was kind of right in here where it was really bad. So it's pretty much done, I think. So there you have it. I mean, I'm not trying to insinuate this is how you fix all your tires, but I'm just saying it does as good, or probably does better than slime, in my opinion. Because I've done this, the tires similar to that. Now, if it's worse than that, maybe just put a tube in or get a new tire. And I'll get a new tire probably next year, but I just don't want to deal with it right now. So this will get me by, I bet you, at least the end of the year. Because every time you mow with it and move it, it's going to slosh around in there and reseal and reseal and reseal. So I don't know what the chemical nature is of the automatic transmission fluid, but it works out real well. So I'm going to put it back on there and mow the yard, and that'll be that. All right, subscribe to my channel. I do stuff like this all the time. All right, man, I'm out. There it is, looking good. The funny thing is, this one don't even have a leak in it, and it's about bald. So yes, I need 2 new tires, and I'm not saying I don't, but I wanted to show that to you. There it is, looking good. It's gonna hold up for a year, or at least a season. Here it is, probably 24 hours later. Holding strong, and before it would leak down in about 15 minutes. So that's good. There you go.